This is why I keep saying that men who say happy wife, happy life are the most miserable people on this planet. Hands down. I know, because I used to be one of them. Hey guys, what's going on? I am your host, AD the Kingmaker. Welcome back to another episode of King's Corner. And in this episode, I'm super excited about it. We're going to be going over power dynamics in relationships. We're going to be talking about the pursuer and the pursued. This is something that I mention a lot, but I've never really went into detail about. And I wanted to be able to provide you guys with a visual of this, just so you can sear it into your brain and really understand this topic on a simple level. I will also say that I did not make this up. I got this from Dr. Orion Taraban, aka Psych Hacks. I'll link to his video in the bottom of here somewhere so you can kind of get more detail. But this piece of information has changed my life, and I wanted to be able to help change the lives of the viewers, both the men who are watching this and the women who are watching this. Hey, ladies, how y'all doing? So let's jump into this. At the top here, you can see we have two circles and have the little equal sign in between. Each of these circles represents a person. Okay. Think about this as a man and a woman in a heterosexual relationship, and it shows that they are equal. Okay. I want you to know that that is BS. Okay. Men and women are not equal. Now, that's not me saying men are better than women or women are better than men. I'm saying that we're not equal. We're not equal in strength, in height, in character, in desires. We're not equal in very many ways at all, other than like we both have 2 arms, 2 legs, 10 toes type of thing. But we're not equal. We're different. Okay. And those differences might be small, but they make a big difference in the grand scheme of things. And one of the biggest lies told to men today is that, or men and women today, is that you want a partnership. Okay. So you want a woman to be your equal and things like that. Or a woman wants a man to be her equal. Okay. Now, I will say, you've heard me say this time and time again, I don't care about what women want. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I don't think you should care about what women want either. Okay. That's a topic for another episode. But what I do think we should care about is, what do they respond to? What does the female human respond to? Not what she says she likes, not what you think she likes, not what book says she likes. What does her nature respond to? Okay. And the reason that this is BS is because if a woman had it her way, she had 2 equal choices between 2 men. Okay. One man has the same level of confidence as her. And we're looking over here at these red words here now. If one man had the same confidence as her, but the other man had more confidence than her, she'd be more attracted to the guy with more confidence. If one guy had the same level of status as her and another guy had more status than her, she would be more attracted to the guy with the higher status. She might be attracted to both of them, but she would be more attracted to the guy with a higher status than her. Same thing with money, strength, stoicism, certainty, leadership. Women respond better to men who are better than them. They will say they want an equal partner, but they don't want to work an equal amount of hours in order to create the lifestyle. They don't want equality. Okay. They want superiority is really what they want. But ideally, they want a man who is better than them, who he can go out and do all the thinking. She can turn her brain off and just follow instructions. Those are the kind of men that they respond to. And so going back to this up here, this is BS, because this whole equality thing is not real. This is not what they respond to. It's not actually what they want. They definitely, what they don't want is to be seen as, they don't want to be treated as if they were lesser than, although they are by definition, because if he's better than you, then you are worse than him in whatever that area might be. If he's incredibly fit and you're not, he has to settle for a less fit woman. If he's incredibly intelligent and you are of average intelligence, in order for you to get a person who is higher in intelligence than you, he has to settle for someone who is less intelligent than him. That's just how that works. Okay. Now let's move on down here to reality. So now in reality, you'll see that these 2 circles, they're not on the same level now. They are kind of, one is higher than the other. Okay. And you see that there's not an equal sign. You see there's an arrow, meaning there's a gap. There's a distance. Okay. There's space in between these 2, and it's not equal. Okay. So at the bottom circle, you have the pursuer. Okay. At the top circle, you have the pursued. Another way to think about this is someone is chasing, someone is being chased, or you have the higher value person and the lower value person, right? And value is very, very subjective. Either way, you have a power dynamic because this person likes this person less I'm sorry. Yeah, this person likes, or the pursued likes the pursuer less than the pursuer likes the pursued. This person likes this person more than this person likes that person. Okay. That is the relationship. That is the reality of relationships. There is a power dynamic in every relationship. There's no one who likes the other person an equal amount. There's always someone who likes the other person more. It might be a little bit more. It might be a whole hell of a lot more, but there is a difference there, right? That's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just the reality of human relationships and power dynamics. Every relationship has a power dynamic. Okay. So what is the difference in these two? I will also say this. No one position is better than the other. Okay. A man can be the pursuer or a man can be the pursued. Okay. A woman can be the pursuer or the woman can be the pursued. Towards the end of this episode, I'll tell you why my belief is that it is better for a woman to be in the pursuer role than the pursued role. But both of these positions need the other in order to exist. In order to have someone who is pursued, you need a pursuer and vice versa. Okay. This is closer to reality. Now, the pursuer, okay, down here, they get the highs and the lows of being in love, okay, or being in a relationship. They get to feel wonderfully amazing about the person that they're with. And then they also feel incredibly disappointed when they're not able to get the person that they're with in the fashion that they would like to have them. Okay. Whether that means more time, more attention, more affection, whatever. They feel the ups and the downs of relationships, right? The emotions in relationships. Now, the pursued, they have less of an emotional charge. They have less of an emotional up and down. They have more consistency. So the pursued gets consistency. He gets consistency, or they get consistency from the person who's pursuing them, meaning the person who likes them is going to show up in whatever fashion that the pursued wants them to, because the pursuer really, really, really wants the pursued's time. Pursuer, lots of emotions. The pursued, not so many emotions, but they do get consistency. The pursuer gets to be with the one they love, meaning they love the pursued. They get to be with the one they loved. They get to be with the one they love. The pursued gets to be with the one who loves them. Okay, big difference here. Again, that's why they get consistency. So it's important for us to also remember another principle when it comes to relationship dynamics is that how you start is how you finish. Meaning, if you are a man and you are pursuing a woman and you're taking her on fancy dates, you're flying her out places, you're doing these things to woo her, to get her to like you, you are in the pursuer position. If you're having to do things in order to gain attention or attraction, like to give things, then you are the pursuer. Make no mistake about it. And whatever you do in the beginning to get her, you must continue doing the entire time, or she will leave. Okay. That relationship will end. And because how you start is how you finish. That's the principle. Write that one down. That one should be up here, but it's not. How you start is how you finish every single time. So if this woman lets you know that, hey, in order to date me, you've got to fly me out of the country at least once a month. And if that's not something you're willing to do long term, then that's probably not the woman for you. Okay. Now let's talk about why I believe it is best that a man be in the pursued position and a woman be in the pursuer position. Typically, what women actually respond to and what they really want is to feel the emotional roller coaster. This is why I keep saying that men who say happy wife, happy life are the most miserable people on this planet. Hands down. I know, because I used to be one of them. Okay. And you're saying that a man's happiness is predicated on a woman's happiness. A woman is chaotic by nature. When I say chaotic, I mean she wants to feel the good emotions. She wants to feel love and joy and empathy, but she also wants to feel upset, hurt, chaotic. Like it's not even that they want to feel it, it's that they need to feel it. They need to feel the good things and the bad things. Men, typically, we want peace and we want comfort. We just want just the good things. Women need to feel all of the range of emotions. Okay. This is typically why you'll see one of these guys running behind their wife and trying to keep her happy. And it's impossible to make her happy, because she in her nature is basically telling him, hey, I need to feel this way. Like, I want to feel chaos, and you're trying to make me happy, which lets me know that you are uncomfortable with the emotions that I'm trying to feel or that I am feeling. Okay. A much better strategy is to do what you want to do as a man, knowing that she's going to want you to do something else, and you not doing what it is that she wants you to do now creates chaos. Okay. Her not getting exactly what she wants, which is not enough time, not enough affection, not enough attention, all those things, that is going to cause chaos naturally, as opposed to you trying to keep her happy and keep her away from her chaos. They need chaos. They're never going to come out and say it, but that is the case. They need chaos. And it is better that a man is in the pursued position, because just you leaving, just your presence going away, her wanting to see you 3 or 4 days a week, but only getting to see you 1 day a week, that alone creates chaos, because now she's sad. Now she's lonely. Now she misses you. Now she can't stop thinking about you. Though when I say chaos, I just mean a fluctuation of emotion. So she feels great when she's with you, and then she feels not so great when she's not with you. Okay. That is the natural progression of, her being chaotic and feeling bad. They need all of these emotions. And it naturally happens when a man is in the pursued position. Okay. It's also better for a man to be in a pursued position, because when you're going after a woman who you really like, but she doesn't like you as much, you're going to be willing to forego your boundaries. You're going to be willing to put up with things. You're going to be disrespected. Okay. It's just not going to go well. And when you're with a woman who likes you more than you like her, there's less that she can get away with before you say, hey, that's not going to work. Stop that, or this whole thing stops, right? You're more likely to stand firm in your boundaries because she likes you more than you like her. There's less that she can get away with before you say, hey, that's not going to work. Stop that, or this whole thing stops, right? You're more likely to stand firm in your boundaries because she likes you more than you like her. Okay. That is the main reason, right? So if how you start is how you finish, then we know that if you start pursuing, you're going to have to pursue the entire time. And so my advice on implementing this is that as a man, you want to become attractive. Okay. If we know chasing women doesn't work, which I never recommend you ever chase women. Do not chase a woman. If she's running, that means she doesn't want to be caught. Another episode on that another time. What your goal is as a man, or what my goal for you is to become attractive as a man, such that you just show up and exist. And then from there, you have women who notice you, they see you, they pursue you. You then pick from the ones that are pursuing you. And if a woman is pursuing you, she can't be running away at the same time, right? If you have a fish, if you're trying to go out to catch fish that you can eat and survive, if you have a fish that is jumping into your boat, that fish cannot do that and be trying to get away at the same time, right? So why chase after a woman who is being difficult, is being non-responsive, is not being cooperative, and trying to get her to do something, when the easier, least amount of effort way is just to entertain who entertains you, right? Those women are going to do more for you. They like you more. They're willing to fight for your time and attention. And then you just pick from the options that you have available. So that is the majority of this episode, guys. Again, how you start is how you finish. It makes more sense for the man to be in the pursued position, because then you can kind of guide and control the relationship the way you want it to be. Also, let women tell it they want a man who is a leader. Okay. So you cannot lead her and chase her. It does not make sense. You can be the pursued and you're leading in a certain direction and she is pursuing you. Right. So naturally the relationship just works better when she is pursuing you. Okay. Another way to look at this is that if it's a man in this position and a woman in this position, this guy is usually a simp. Okay. He's usually simping, meaning he is doing things to gain her approval, her time, and her attention, as opposed to this guy is just being who he is and is naturally attracting who is for him and not worrying about who isn't. Okay. That has been an episode, guys. Make sure you tap the link below, join the Patreon. It is now live. We're going to be going in even deeper dive on this, as well as getting content from you guys, content ideas on what it is that you want to see. And 10 people within the Patreons are actually going to have one-on-one access to me. We're sending back and forth voice notes so I can help them with personal coaching, but there's only 10 spots available for that. So make sure you click the links below. Also click the link to join King's Corner. Go get you some of the digital products and, basically, guys, use all the tools that I'm providing you here today in order to grow into the best version of yourself such that you can have the lifestyle that you want easy and effortlessly. And this is absolutely one of the core principles in that. So this has been another episode of King's Corner. I've been your host, AD the Kingmaker. Till next time. Peace.